I told that y'all family at this time. May the peace of y'all come upon you when you learn to obey him, brothers and sisters. Right now, I'm doing a very important video at this time called To Love Somebody You Can't See. And that was one of the biggest problems of our nation, brothers and sisters. And y'all said his own people did not trust him. Many of his people did not trust him at all. And we're going to cover these things in the scriptures. But before I get deep into that, I want to go over one law of y'all and bring it to your attention that is very important. Dealing with the dietary law, the food law of consuming fat and blood. These one things all y'all did not allow us to do and told us not to do these things right here. So I'm going to read it. This is all Leviticus. Right here. Chapter 3 verse 17 at this time. It's a everlasting law throughout your generations. In all your dwellings, you do not eat any fat or any blood. And you right here, obviously all the fat belongs to him, to Yah, see? When they're doing the offerings, and beside all the offerings you bring to the slaughter place, he said, in all your dwellings, you do not eat any fat or any blood from the meat. I'm saying that to put things out to you, brothers and sisters. One thing a lot of our people break is when you buy ground meat, you know it comes 14%, 17% different, 3% of fat. And a lot of other meats, you know. I made them mistakes too, bro. I'm just covering this, and then I know to eliminate that. I eliminated beef off my plate anyway, because all the cattle just about in America is hybrid or more than one kind of animal. And obviously never mix two different kinds together. And that's what these people done, brothers and sisters, our enemy. It's a lot of things. This has been going on for hundreds of years. There's nothing new, brothers. So they don't talk much about it. Because when they use the term and all the bread, that means of two different kinds. They breed these things with different kind of animals. They might look similar, but they're different kinds. These are things you got to remember, brothers and sisters. He told our people not to do these things. This is the law of Yah. So with that, brother, so I don't want to make this into that particular video, but I just want to touch base on this, show you these things for you to examine everything you eat, brothers and sisters. But that's why it's so important that we come together. So much I want to talk about, so much going on with our nation. So many people in our nation is suffering. And some to the point of, you know, they be contemplating on turning away from Yah. And that's so significant of this video because our people did these things back then. Even all y'all showed our nation like no other nation. His presence. His sign that he was with them. No other nation experienced the things what our people experienced with their mighty one, with their creator. Because we only have one creator, heaven and earth. Brother and sister, but so many people on this earth serve idols, what they call Paseo, and Shemel worship. All over this earth, brothers and sisters, you see it everywhere. Many images they make with their hand, crafted up with their hand, and bow down and worship these things, brothers and sisters. They bow before it. I'm going to cover some things in the scripture. I'm going to start in the book of Exodus chapter 15 verse 1 to 3 at this time to show you some things of Yah that is very important and significant, brothers and sisters. We got to go back to the foundation, back to the past, way back in our history of our nation to understand the mindset of our people. Even today, you will see the same mindset of our people. The title of the video, To Love Somebody You Can't See. Our people had a problem with that, brother, to love Yah. Even though all the manifestation of the Creator is on this earth. His presence, His esteem. When you look at all the elements, all the trees, everything that is made by the hands of Yah, by the Creator. All these trees everywhere. The plants, the herbs, the water, the sea, which is the sea, the water, and all the animals that lies in there, and all the animals that roam on the earth. Our kind did not create these things. Only thing our people do is breed animals. See, they'll take two of a kind and breed it into something else, into a mixture. See, they'll breed and cause things to be abominable. See, they take what they see and form and cause something to be created, come forth in a hybrid form. See, abominable form. This is what the people do, the evil ones do, brothers and sisters. So, this video is very important. To love somebody you can't see. And one thing you're going to learn in this video, nobody never seen the face of Yah. Never. They stood in Yah's presence. You're going to see that. I'm giving you a briefing. They saw body parts of Yah, but they never seen the face. Moshe wanted to see his physical face. But Yah said, no man can see his face and live. And that's what he said, brothers and sisters, at that time. So right here, and you're going to see these things all in the writings. Right here, we're going to start off 15 chapter of Exodus. Shemosh. Right here, Shemuth. Hope I got it right. I'm still working on the Hebrew language. I need a teacher. So right here, a righteous teacher. So right here, it's a then Moshe and the children of Yashael Yah, I don't say Israel because that's referring to El, which also mean confusion. You got to look into that. Where is Yashael Yah, upright strength with Yah, sang this song to Yah. See, they sung this song to Yah and spoke, saying, I sing to Yah, for he is highly exalted. The horse and it riders he has thrown into the sea. They were singing a song of remembrance what Abiyah did to Egypt, Mizraim. It said, Yah, see right here? Yah is my strength. See, they know, see this character right, the four characters right here. And the first two characters are Yah, and the other two characters mean a variety of things in that phrase. But the two characters Yah, they even have it right here. Yah is my strength. Why they didn't add the rest of the characters? Because they know, in truth, it's Yah. All the other names they could have put, but they put Yah did because they know it's Yah. It's my strength and song, and he has become my deliverance. He is my bara. They got El, but he is my bara. And I praise to him. See, then they got right here Elohim of my but see, they got right here, they got an El, and then they got Elohim. Why would they do that right here? He is my El, then they would got he is my Elohim. If you look into the, I'm going to go cover this real briefly. I didn't want to get into it, but I have to, because they have it. They got Elohim. If you ever look up the word Bath El, it means confusion, confounding something, to separate something. Right here, when you look at the meaning Elohim carefully, it's a plural form of El. Referred to, when it's Elohim, it refers to something more than one power. Something that already have power. See, they describe this word Elohim is a descriptive of anything that have power. That's how they use this word El. The word Elohim in itself don't mean power. If you carefully look it up, it always talk about a king, somebody in a royal position, the creator. They apply this word Elohim to it. See, in application and applying, they apply this word Elohim to anything that describes power. So that's why they had the word Elohim. Mean it's a plural form of more than one power. Anything that have more than one power. But they say in singular form, this word Elohim referring to strength. But when it's talking about a person, a place, or thing, it's talking about more than one person, more than one place, or more than one thing that have power. See, if I have my stronger quarters, I don't have it near me at the moment. I will show you that. Give me a moment real quick, fam. I'm going to put the phone down. I'm going to show you this. This got to be established in the minds of our people. Before I get deep into this video, like I want to get into the video, brothers and sisters, this must be established because this is the way we return back home. Brother and sister, and all of y'all going to be set apart. All the things of y'all will be set apart and Kodesh to him. We must go back home one, in a singular mind. So I'm going to cover this word El real quick and show you. A lot of people overlook this. It's very important that this be established in your mind and you rehearse this. Because a lot of people refer to Yah as a God, El, Elohim, Eloah, and he's none of these things right here. See this word right here? Let me see. If I get the thing to focus right, I can really get into it like I want to. Let me get some light. It's not focusing like I want to real quick. You got an automatic focus. But once it get locked down, give me a moment. There you go. See right there, they got the word 1510 L. Then they got also used with compound proper names. They got, see, like they got God, the Mighty One, as a title of majesty and power. So it's saying they're using the word El as a title of majesty. You see, the word El don't have no meaning of majesty. They use it as a title for. See, you can make this word mean what you wanted to apply to, what you wanted to mean as a title of majesty, power, often used in combination with other titles. You get that. Also, any false god. You see that? Gods. See, this title used with any false god, applied to any false god, gods, any person who is strong. You see that? If this word means strong, why is using with, you don't need to use the word El with anybody already strong, showing that the word El is just a word, a title. And that's how people apply it, but y'all applied it, he said, Baf El, he used it as confusion, to separate something. Man took that same word El and applied to anybody that has strength, to false god, gods, which is the same thing. God and gods is the same, but that's the way they have it. Any person who is strong and capable. See, capable is has ability, is able. Mighty. See, they use the word El and apply the word El to a mighty one. See, strength. See, this not a meaning, but this is what they apply it to something that has strength. See, Any person who is strong. They apply this word L to. God. See right here, same thing. Mighty one, power. It's right here they go again. Gods, goodly, great, idols, mighty one, might, power, strong. Right here. So keep that in mind. I'm going to show you the real Hebrew word right here for strength. See, the word El is not the word for strength. It's applied to the word strength. That's what they use for. That's what people apply it and don't even understand, but they classify that word El as having strength, meaning strength. But this is the Hebrew word for strength right here. That many don't use. Yal. See, right here, Y-A-L. Right here, strength by itself. You don't see no word God. It don't apply to a God or nothing. The meaning is Yal, is strength, the Hebrew word Yal. That's why I said Yasha, not Yale. But it got Yal, like Yalut. See, right here, I'm going to cover that right here. See, Yal right here means strength. Then you go right here. Yalut right here. See the word right here? It says strength, power, a title of the one true. See, they got God, but that's false. The one true creator, who is Barak. See, that is the correct title we apply to Yah. That means strength. Yalut right here. With a focus that is, he is potent to help. See, strength. See, Yah is our Yalut, our strength. See, Yalut, Yah is our Yalut, strength, the power to help. See, with a focus that he is potent. See, that Yah is potent to help. He is our potent power, our Yalut, our strength. That's how we'll say it in Hebrew when we're looking for. See, when we know our own the word we phrase things and go back to the way we phrase things, we'll say it in the proper way. We would not describe y'all as confusion. See, that's what we're when you know our language. When y'all was talking, he said, "Let us go down and Beth El them," and then they also called that place what they call it Iraq and Shinar, the city of Shinar, Beth El, what people call Babylon today, but Beth El, B-A-B-E-L, Beth El. He confounded them. He confused them. That's how the true application of this word El. E-L. When you apply it the way y'all apply it. See, a lot of people applying it the way they see it in the dictionary and still not even applying it the appropriate way, the way they even show it in the writings, how they apply this word E-L. They would, when they use this word, they were using that word El to describe anything that already have power. That's why they look at the idols as having power. But it's confused power. It's false power. The power that was separate you from Yah. See, that was the Canaanite deity name. They named El. And the son name was and the son of El, the deity was Baal, and the wife was Asherah. So these are things, brothers and sisters, as we go, let me cover this. So we can see these things in truth. See, they put these things in translations. And right here, they have it all mixed up. See right here? He is they got, see, Yalut. Or Yah. See, strength. And I praise him. Yalut of my fathers. I'm going to say it like the way now I can say it because I just showed you. The Yalut of my father, which is strength of my father, I exalt him. Yah is a man, see, of battle. Some say a man of war. Yah is his name. So I'm going to cut that off here. I'm going to go to 19th chapter. I had to cover that. It took some time, but I had to show you that. And so you go rehearse these things and study these things and get the proper understanding of the word El and Elohim. Because many of our people apply it, but falsely. It don't mean, the word El or Elohim do not mean strength, brother. So it applies to anything that are supposed to have power or strength. That's why I even proved to them in Egypt that all the deities, the idols of Mizraim, what they call Egypt today, all of the idols did have no power, no yalut, no yaw, no strength at all. That today people call them Els and Elohims. See, they are the Els and Elohim. They are the confusion that bring confusion. Remember, I said your mind go confused when you follow after these things that can't even speak and talk. Brother and sister, 19 right here. Let me get right into 19th chapter of Exodus, verse 9, real quick. Right here it said, Yah said to Moshe, see, I am coming to you in a thick cloud, so that the people hear when I speak with you, and believe you forever. And Moshe reported the words of the people to Yah. You see that? So Yah said he gonna come to Moshe so he could speak to them. So they will listen to Moshe. So Yah allowed them to hear his audible voice. So keep that in mind. And once you understand the true story and see what took place, they still didn't believe Moshe. They still turned from Yah. They did not trust Yah. And he said that out of his own mouth right here. So let's get into verse 7. I'm going down to 17. And Moshe brought the people out of the camp to meet with Yalut. See the strength of Yah. But they got Elohim. I show you that's as false. And they stood at the foot of the mountain, and the mount of Sinai was in smoke, and all of it because Yah descended upon it in fire, and its smoke went up like the smoke of a furnace, and all the mountain trembled exceedingly. I'm reading down to 25. And when the voice of a shofar sounded long and caused very strong, became very strong, Moshe spoke, and Yalut answered. See, the strength of Yah, who is Yah, answered. The Bara, the Creator, answered him by voice. And Yah came down upon Mount Sinai on the top of the mountain, and Yah called Moshe to the top of the mountain, and Moshe went up. And Yah said to Moshe, go down and warn the people, lest they break through unto Yah to see, and many of them fall. It said, and let the priests who came near Yah set themselves apart too, lest Yah break out against them. And Moshe said to Yah, the people are not able to come up to the mountain, for you warned us, saying, make a border. Y'all knew all of this, but it was a reminder. See, he knows the minds and hearts of beings. He said, around the mountain and set us apart. And Yah said to him, come and go down, then come up, you and Aaron with you, but do not let the priests and the people break through to come up to Yah. See, he repeated again, lest he break out against them. And Moshe went down to the people and spoke to them. I'm going to continue in verse 20 to 1 to 7. And Bara, who is the creator, spoke all the words, saying, I am Yah, your Yalut, which is strength. I'll show you that. Who brought you out of the land of Mizraim, out of the house of slavery. See, right here, you can see everything I read, Yah was singling himself out to the people. He was getting us to only focus on him. That's why he pulled us out of all the household of the gods in Egypt and showed that he had power over them, the Yalut over them. It was very important. He was singing himself out. That's what Abiyah said. He is one, and his name is one. He said that in Zechariah, verse 14, chapter 14 to 9. He said, I am one. See, he's singular. Because all power comes from Yah. This is like if you got a company, you live in a town, and they got a place like PD Electric. All the neighborhood power is drawn from PD Electric. They got the switch, now they computerized, they can shut the whole system, everybody down in a minute, and turn your lights back on in a minute. Even though you live in individually houses, but all the power comes from their source. That's why the government they want to regulate all the power. Some places make the law where you can't even have solar light. See, they want to regulate it and have sole power, possession, and control. What people call monopolize. So Abiyah is the sole power. All life comes from him. He can shut everybody down, but he loving. He merciful, he compassionate. Even though he had wicked ones in this earth. He said, would that nobody perish, but all come to the knowledge of Yah. But he said he got his day. The day of Yah comes, he's going to kill many. He said only a few men going to be left on this earth. These are the facts of Yah, brothers and sisters, I'm sharing with you. And the facts of life by the words of Yah. Nobody experienced this. Why think so many of the nations so jealous of our people, hateful our? They know this. They got idea this. Nobody created, which everybody don't accept. But Abiyah chose one nation to lead the way. Why think a lot of nations out ignorant was so joyful when we got put down? But that began to change in their mind. Because the evil one of this earth is destroying them and attacking them, destroying the substance of the earth. And Abiyah will shut them down. But the ones of Yah got to rise up first. He's not going to shut the evil ones down until you rise up. In the midst of them, and they can't even stop it. That's how potent the Father is. The Creator is Yah, the mighty one, the Yalut. Showing that he got power. Even though we deep in their grip, but he gonna pull us up out. And he also said he's gonna use the branch as a sign of salvation to rally all of Yah from the four corners of the earth together. And Yashayel Yah. And they're gonna come together. And all the jealousy is gonna remove from the two, and they're not gonna fight each other anymore. And then they're going to go back home and take that land. These are the words of Yah I manifest to you today. So right here, brothers and sisters. Let me get my place right here. It said, see, this 20, everybody knows 20, Exodus 20. Exodus 20 was audible spoken to them. This how the first 10 laws was. But it's more than 10 laws, but was the scripture that cover all of them. But don't cover all of them, but it's a picture frame of all the law. But we got to learn to keep all of these laws of Yah, to uphold them up, to guard them. That's why he always, all through the scripture, he told our names to guard them, to protect them. Because this is your life, and the proof and the evidence that we serve and love Yah. No other law, Torah, or right, only one Torah is like Yah. None. This is what we return to. Our life is predicated on this. No democracy, a republican, or any other form of government, rule, a law will sustain us, will be a standard to us, will be royal to us, will keep us in line with the will of Yah, to give us justice, but only the Torah of Yah. Let's cover this right here, brothers and sisters. And only one he put in charge of it was Jacob's seed from Abraham and Yah. And that's why he said this next priest, this next Messiah, anointed brother, going to be. And he said going to be harmony between the two. The sovereign, the king, and the Yah, and over all of Abraham's seed. And high priest. And both are going to be ruled equally in perfect harmony, perfect shalom, brothers and sisters. These are the words of Yah. Right here. It said, right here it said, and Yalu, which is Barah, spoke all these words, saying, I am Yah. See, all these words were spoken orally to our people, where they could hear it. And as well as written down. He said, I am Yah, your Barah. See? Or Yalu, which is strength, who brought you out of the land of Mizraim, out of the house of slavery. You have no other mighty one. See, it said you have no other mighty one against me. It's against my face. See, if you have anybody and consider anybody else that is a mighty one against your face, you're doing it against him. He said, you do not make for yourselves a carved image or any likeness that which is in heaven above, or which is in the earth beneath, or which is in the waters under the earth. He said, you do not bow down to them, nor serve them. See, what all the other nations do. For I, Yah, your Barah, see, your Yalut, I showed you that, am a jealous Barah. Sorry to try to slide the word Elohim, then they just put right here El, don't make no common sense. Which word Elohim means confusion. This was the choice words Yah used in his vast vocabulary, his vast wordplay. He called the word, when he confounded the people, the word English is confounded, confused, separate. He chose a word called Baf-el. He Baf-el'd them, which means equivalent to understanding in English is confusion. He confounded them. He separated them. He scattered them. So they would not continue off their evil plot and plan against Yah. See, to try to make their name become great and be all in one accord. See, he took them out of this men under this one accord to do wicked and plot and to separate from Yah. So he separated them from each other. He Baf-el'd them from each other. See that right there, bro? So, and even called the name of the city there. As a reminder for all. That's where that word originated from. It's the word Yah used. Baf-el. But he's not a Baf-el or El or Elohim. But he can't confuse. He can't El you. See? Yah, he could L you. He could confuse you. He could call you L and call you confusion. You bring confusion. See? Or he could call you Elohim. See? That word can apply to you. Anything that he could confound and confuse about Eldon. That's what people say. Use an L. That's not done in an honorable term when that word El or Elohim is applied to. So you could be called an Elohim. You could be Elohim. That means you are in a confusion. You are being separated. So you got to know how these words applied and how Yah applied them. And when it was applied to people. And how they was applied in using our language. Yah had somebody to name their child with L in it, showing how he going to confuse a certain group of people. Or he going to scatter them. So these things, we got to know how all the words apply in the use of our language, in our Abaru language. So right here, when we learn our own dialect, we'll know these things, how to phrase words and how sentences is lined out in Hebrew. We'll learn our own wording system. I can't wait for that. So right here, he said, for Yah, your bara, am a jealous bara, visiting the crookedness of the fathers on the children to the third and fourth generation of those who hate me, but showing loving commitment to thousands to those who love me and guard my commandments. See, we got the God His word. See, that's why I'm glad when our brothers and sisters get together so we can go back and do all these corrections on the words of Yah, and that you may understand it in the way the words of Yah wants you to understand these words, to know these words, His laws. So we got the God and to protect the words of Yah, because the words of Yah is our life. There's our standard barrier. There's our strength to live, to function, to rule, and to rule the whole earth eventually. Brothers and sisters, like Isaiah chapter 1 states, Micaiah chapter 4 states, and all the nations going to come to us. We're not going to them, they coming to us. Right here. So he said, to those who love me, guard my commandments. See, he said, those who love me. See, he said, it's all y'all so why? He know all they will love us. See, it's your choice to love him. He don't make you. But he said, to those who love me, we got to protect, which God is to protect. Shema, to God, to watch over the words of Yah. The words of Yah is Kodesh. And we must return to the Kodesh in its form. That's what I'm calling you to, brothers and sisters. Right here, y'all spoke this only to our nation. No other nation in this earth can lay these claims. It said, to those who love me and guard my commands. See, his words, his commands, his orders. You do not bring the name of Yah, your Yalut, see, Bara, the creator, to nothing, to naught. For Yah does not leave one unpunished who bring his name to naught, to nothing, but not God and his commands, brothers and sisters. That's what he tell you right there. Don't bring his name to nothing, to harm, to shame, for you not guarding the commands of Yah. We got to return back, brothers and sisters, to guard the commands of Yah. That's what he's telling you right there. So let me go a little bit down to, I don't have to cover all the laws. Many times you read them, many times you can read them again. But he said all these words with his audible voice. Do not murder. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not bear false witness against your neighbor. These are the words of Yah, brothers and sisters. He said, and all the people saw the thunders, the lightnings and flashes, the voice of the shofar, and the mountains smoking. And the people saw it, and they trembled and stood at a distance. I'm going to read down, how far I'm going to read down on verse 26. And said to Moshe, see, they were in fear, and they said to Moshe, you speak with us, and we hear. But let not Yalut, see, the Barah, the Creator, speak with us, lest we die. These were their words. They was afraid. They didn't even want to hear Abiyah's. They should have been crying to hear Abiyah's voice. Yes, but they had something in them, brother and sister, not to obey Yah. Because they kept fighting against Yah. Because if you tell somebody, okay, you speak to us, why they did not follow Moshe all the way, knowing that he was getting the words of Yah? Why they did not want to hear Yah, brothers and sisters? And that's the only time they heard Abiyah's voice, brothers and sisters. Moshe heard it a few more times after that period of time. And after he went up to Yah, he heard Abiyah's audible voice. But that's the last time they heard it to this day. And then Abiyah said, another time we're going to hear the voice when we rally and come and meet him in the wilderness to renew the covenant for the second time. Probably in that same place. And I know it's going to be somewhere over there in that region, over there in the wilderness somewhere, but might be in that same exact location we got to return to before we enter into that land. Abba Yahweh, brothers and sisters. This order is of Yah. That's why I appeared to you in a similitude of Moshe, not to the exact T, but in a similitude. I come wearing the veil. I never even thought about these things years ago, but I can see it now. But I thought about it when in the time I started doing it, it came to my mind. And Abiyah said we returning in a similitude, not to the 100% T, like they came out of Egypt. It's going to be much greater than that. And you see that. But it's in the same similitude. So right here, brothers and sisters, and let me get my place real quick. I want to cover everything and leave nothing out right here. I got quite a way to go. I hope this might be part 2. I was hoping I could get it all, but I got quite a bit to go. So right here, it said, so the people stood at a distance. I read that, and Yah said to them, yes. Okay, right here. Let me go right here. I'm trying to find my space. And Moshe said to the people, do not fear. So let me go right here. They trim, I read that. And Barah spake with us, lest we die. And Moshe said to the people, do not fear. See, we tell them, do not fear. For Barah, the Creator, has come to prove you, in order that his fear be before you. See, his fear, the reverence, the respect, so that you do not sin. See, so they do not sin. So the people stood at a distance. But Moshe drew near the thick darkness where Barah was. And Yah said to Moshe, say this to the children of Yashael Yah. You yourself have seen that I have spoken to you from the heavens. You see that? You do not make besides me a mighty ones of silver. You see that? He's talking about idols. And everybody know that's what they done. You do not make a mighty one of gold for yourselves. See, not besides him, only Yah. That's what I'm pointing to show you. Yah is not an L. He's not confusion. He could give you confusion. He can make you confusion. Which he confounded the nation. Because they were trying to sin. They tried to break his laws. They were trying to rise up above him in their minds. So he confounded them. They thought they could reach and destroy Yah. It said, Yah said to Moshe, say this to the children of Yashael, you yourselves seen that I have spoken to you from the heavens. Do not make beside me a mighty one of silver, and you do not make a mighty one of gold for yourself. See, Abiyah constantly was singling himself out to them. He said, make a slaughter place of earth for me, and you shall slaughter on it your ascending offerings. See how the offering and all that came to play, and your peace offerings, and your sheep, and your cattle, in every place where I cause my name. See, where he calls his name to be remembered. See, the first place was in Shinar. No, excuse me, not Shinar. And that other place, it slipped my mind, says Shinar. And again with an S. And then the next place was in the territory of Yada, the Mount of Olives, where Yah, the temple was erected with his name. He placed his name there. It said, remember, Shiloh. Okay, Shiloh was the first, and then it was the place by Mount of Olive. It said, I caused my Hebron, and I caused my name to be remembered, and I shall come to you and bless you. See, that's very important to know that. He said, and if you make me a slaughter place of stone,